Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ridge pauses from his sketch just before Steffy comes by, saying she got his critical textbook. He tells his son that Carter is no longer with this company. Steffy's shocked, but Ridge tells her he fired their former susurrus for trying to take over. What does that mean? Ridge fills her in about the LLC scheme as Steffy just looks at him, spooked. He blames Carter's fall from grace and duplicitousness on Hope, also tells Steffy they're involved. I knew it. Steffy crows. Oh my god, the docket. She also goes off on how Hope manipulated Finn, Thomas, and now poor, naive Carter who didn't stand a chance. It's all on Hope. All of it. Back at her home, Hope reassures her mama that she's forfeiture, and Brook takes the occasion to say she wished Hope was going in to work with her and tells her again that what Carter did was wrong. And they both made a huge mistake. Ridge is agonized, and he's furious. Hope laughs at Ridge feeling betrayed and says she's upset over Carter, not Ridge. He got fired. Brook admits the situation is awful, but Hope had to know this would end well. Hope points out that Forresters don't always run the company, and occasionally effects need shaking up. Brook shrugs that out and says she's veritably concerned about Hope and the position she's putting herself in. Now Ridge is condemning Hope for Carter and everything. Surely it can't be anything that Ridge did, Hope rolls her eyes. Hisco CEO Steffy, Brook admits it's not fair because her name was indeed on the papers. Hope goes off about how Ridge is doing the same thing as Steffy. They're determined to make her the villain. Brook assures her she wouldn't let them do that, and indeed though she doesn't authorize of Hope's conduct, she wouldn't let anyone smear her. In the design office, Katie asks what's on Will's docket, and he says doing whatever is demanded. When he says he likes his externship, Katie speculates that's because of a suitable girl that works then. Cue Electra walking by, feeling like she walked by on commodity. Katie asks how the jewelry line is going, and after some consolation that it's great, Ivy's great and everything's great, Electra looks wistful after mentioning running into an old friend. She fills Katie in about seeing Remy and about how seeing him reminded her of commodity she wanted to leave before. She just wanted to start fresh at Forrester, but right now, she wants lunch with Will. The two head out as Katie shakes her head. Remy goes through his phone at Il Giardino, smiling at a print of Electra. Sheila comes over saying to get ready to open soon, and Remy takes the time to thank her and Deacon for hiring him and keeping him in LA. Sheila asks what brought him there, and Remy says he missed notoriety from back home. Sheila says this girl must be special if he's willing to pick up and come then for her. I'd do just about anything to be close to her. Sheila walks off and Remy goes back to looking at prints of Electra. Will and Electra show up at Il Giardino, where Sheila insists she'll find space for them. She seats them at the empty table and tells them her brand new garçon will be there shortly. That's when Remy walks over and Electra excitedly greets him and says they love it there and go all the time. Will introduces himself, looking uncomfortable as Remy basks in Electra's presence. In the show's final moments, Will asks how far back they go and Electra says they went to academy together. Remy explains he saw the press release for Electra's jewelry part and that's how he ended over there. As the two musketeers reconnect, Will looks decreasingly irritated. Ridge tells Steffy that Carter drew the papers up for Hope. Steffy says this is just a typical shady Logan move. Carter should know more. Steffy says she's sorry for Carter's treason, but it was each because of Hope. Steffy heads over to Hope's and just walks right in. You doen't knock? She tells Hope she knows everything, the LLC, Carter getting mixed up. All of it. She accuses Hope of luring Carter and using him to save her line, indeed at the expenditure of his career. Hope fires back about Steffy's petty despotism, and Steffy accuses her of poisoning Carter against the family and his stylish friend. How do you actually live with yourself? She also goes off about Thomas and Finn again. Hope yells that they were tired of being treated like alternate class citizens and they decided to push back. Steffy calls her poisonous, harangues about Finn, Thomas, etc. again, and now you're done. You're finished. You'll no way be part of Forrester Creations again. Deacon Sharp will amp effects up at Il Giardino with an unanticipated addition. Since Deacon lately hired Remy Price for a trial period, maybe this addition will simply be Remy. Of course, it's possible Cleric will add to the menu as well. Cleric has been known to tinker with pizza fashions, so there's a chance a flavor addition could come into play, especially if the show wants to set up sort of Bane twist at Il Giardino down the road. They will surely spend some time fastening on Remy and how he's learning the ropes. Sheila Sharp and Remy will have their first hassle at the eatery, so they'll make some first prints at each other after trading prelusions. Will Sheila sense that Remy is a troublemaker deep down, and if she does, will Sheila feel a certain association with him? Will Sheila ultimately grow concerned about Remy and the drama he could bring to Deacon's eatery rather? Sheila will drink Remy with a friendly smile, but we've all seen how snappily she can turn on someone. It'll be intriguing to see whether Sheila eventually becomes a supporter to Remy, or a foe rather. No matter how effects play out, Remy will remain hung up with Electra Forrester and will ultimately serve as her server. Electra and Will Spencer have a date coming up at Il Giardino, so that'll give Will a chance to meet Remy and see what he's like. Steffy Forrester will get updates on Carter Walton's and Hope Logan's preemption scheme, so she'll hit the roof and authorize of Ridge Forrester's blasting decision. Steffy will also agree with Ridge about Hope being responsible for this mess, so she'll suppose Hope deserves to pay. Although Carter will move forward with filing the LLC paperwork, our prognostications allude that reviving Hope's line may come with some roadblocks. Ridge and Steffy are about to team up on a revengeful plot of their own, Bone. That could destroy Hope's career indeed further. Steffy and Ridge might take advantage of a legal loophole that allows them to retain power of Hope for the future, despite Carter's preemption drive. Still, Ridge and Steffy may make it clear to Hope that she wouldn't be reviving her line at Forrester Creations or anywhere differently, if that's the case. Some delicate news is ahead for Hope no matter what, so she's about to get blindsided. Since it doesn't look like Justin Barber will be suitable to stop the overall preemption scheme, they say Steffy and Ridge will find other ways to play dirty. Deacon Sharp is set to stir the pot at Il Giardino with his surprising presence. Suckers should brace themselves for some thrilling twists and turns. Let's dive into the implicit counter-accusations of this instigative development. Observers are apprehensive that Cleric has lately brought Remy Price on board at the eatery. Given that we've formerly seen Cleric offer Remy a trial position, is this really commodity that qualifies as a spoiler? The show does tend to reclaim information at times, but this could allude at commodity different. While it's likely that Deacon's focus will remain on Remy, what if this is actually about a new addition to the menu? Cleric is constantly instituting Il Giardino's selections to ensure the eatery reaches its full eventuality. Cleric is known for his pizza creations, so he might introduce an instigative new flavor, conceivably a racy one, given the teaser for. Still, it could gesture some shocking developments ahead and image a former plot, with potentially deadly results, if B&B decides to promote a sizzling new pizza option. This script might echo Tom Starr's ignominious ice blue sports drink, which was poisoned, and sparking a murder riddle. Giardino could be facing a curse if another victim emerges, following the woeful fates of Tom and Paul Hollis Hollister, both of whom fell victim to Luna Nozawa. Imagine if Remy concocts a plan to poison Will Spencer with a unique pizza, or commodity analogous? Will is likely to pull through, but there's a chance he could come seriously ill and end up rehabilitated. One can fluently picture Remy covertly poisoning Will while offering comfort to Electra Forrester as Will battles for his life. Il Giardino might find itself bogged in yet another reproach, putting Cleric in the hot seat with the police formally again. Stay tuned for updates on whether the show may be heading into this interesting direction. Remy now on the platoon, further trouble is brewing at Il Giardino, so we'll keep you posted on any underhanded schemes that may unfold.